Good day, everyone. This is Group 1, doing an analysis of two organizations, corporate social responsibility reporting, listed under the leisure goods category for the United Nations Global Compact. Thank you. Under the leisure goods category, there are 46 participants listed under the United Nations Global Compact, but then our group focused, or we selected to look at Casio Computer Limited, which is from Japan, and it joined on 27 December 2010. And then our second one is International Game Technology, which is from the United Kingdom, and it joined on the 29th of January 2019. So these are going to be our main focus for the discussion today. Thank you.
First off, we're going to look at the main areas of activity, mission and scale. Firstly, we've got Casio, who were founded in 1946 in Tokyo. Casio uses advanced technology to create original products such as calculators, watches, and digital cameras, and more. They operate all over the world with 32 companies in Asia, 6 in America, 8 in Europe, and 1 in the Middle East. Casio's corporate creed is about creativity and contribution, which expresses their commitment to contribute to society through their products. Secondly, we've got IGT. They were founded in 1990 to design and manufacture slot machines, sports betting terminals, and lottery devices. They have headquarters in Italy, USA, and the UK, and currently employ over 12,000 people. Their mission is about delivering an outstanding playing experience. Now we're going to look at the CSR issues affecting the leisure goods sector. As you know, in the last decade, business activity has led to a dramatic effect on the global environment through carbon emissions, poor recycling, water and energy use. As we know, as new products become more desirable, the old ones are thrown away. This gives way to a process known as e-waste, which has an effect on the soil known as leaching. As society, we become more addicted to these leisure goods. A poll from the Irish Times states that we spend 4.5 hours a day on an electronic device. Also, some leisure goods can give way to addictions such as gambling. A lot of these leisure goods contain toxic materials. These toxic materials include chemicals such as beryllium, cadmium, which are all threats to the soil, water, air, and wildlife.
IGT offers a variety of betting-style games. A key issue with this offering is compulsive gambling among players, leading to potential financial, interpersonal, and health problems. IGT have the responsibility to therefore provide education and warnings about gambling, as well as enforcing minimum requirements for ages. They must ensure their games are fair and cannot be fixed. Technology used must be safe and secure from any potential cyber threats in order to protect players' personal information. Casio must comply with laws surrounding production and carbon emissions. As part of their e-waste management, they must also provide recycling facilities for customers. E-waste must be carefully disposed of in order to reduce the risk of toxins being released into the soils and water system. As much of the world's e-waste is sent to developing countries, it is vital that Casio ensures their workers are provided with safety equipment and protective clothing. As a large manufacturer, Casio must also protect their workers' rights, for example, ensuring they have adequate breaks, fair working hours, and job security.
Description of the standards used by the two firms for their corporate social responsibility reporting. Both the companies do use Global Reporting Initiative, GRI, is their main reporting standard for their corporate social responsibility reporting. However, to go a step further, corporate Casio computers, it does use as a referencing system the ISO 26000 Environmental Accounting Guidelines 2005 and Environmental Reporting Guidelines 2007 edition. The use of these three as referencing is mandated by the Japanese government. That is where the Casio computers company operates from. Thank you. Quick evaluation of the firm's CSR reporting. The Casio report is a comprehensive one which gives much focus on the sustainability reporting. It is headlined by the president message, which just shows that the top management has got sustainability at its heart. The information, the content that is given there is actually legitimate, as it was audited by a third party, which gives it much earlier legitimacy. On the other hand, there is IGT, which has got also a balanced report, to some extent serving both the purposes of the reporting by looking at the public relations, marketing, and also the sustainability report, which is pretty good. However, the much use of the feel good segment is a query to look at, as this might be more of a marketing strategy. Adequate information is disclosure is witnessed there, and was audited by the EY, which is great. It is important to know that the AGT report has been voted among the top reports in the gaming world by the UGs.
In this project, we explored 3 SDGs important to both Casio and international game technology. According to Casio's recent communication progress report, the firm has been making significant progress within 14 of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. This project focuses on Casio's approach to the following goals: SDG 8, decent work and economic growth; SDG 12, sustainable consumption and production; SDG 13, take urgent action to combat climate change and its impact. The firm expressed its devotion to ensuring sustainability within the company. However, it was equally important for them to extend sustainability across various stakeholders of the company, including the environment and its consumers. Therefore, these SDGs were chosen to reflect this concept. Whilst exploring international game technology sustainability, this project focused on the following Sustainable Development Goals: SDG 4, quality education; SDG 5, gender inequality; SDG 7, affordable and clean energy. According to the firm's sustainability report, there is a strong emphasis on enhancing the workplace to further innovation, along with giving back to local communities through community programs, or complying with local initiatives to reduce its impact its goods and services have on the environment. Casio has developed various initiatives throughout business operations to enhance sustainability. The company has stressed the importance of switching from traditional and convenient methods of production to ones that provide innovative products that enhance the experience of all stakeholders within the company. Regarding SDG 8 of providing decent work and economic growth, the company has implemented an initiative referred to as the Charter of Creativity to promote a work environment that values the principles of sustainability. Equally, the company has implemented structural reforms to human affairs and resources, which expand opportunities for all employees, thus improving job satisfaction, career development, and innovation within the company. In order to achieve SDG 12, the company has formulated medium-term management plans which analyze operations to implement improvement where necessary towards improving sustainability. Equally, in order to achieve SDG 13 regarding climate action, Casio complies with the United Nations Framework Convention's 2015 Paris Agreement, which tackles greenhouse gas emissions. In order to comply with this, the company supports science-based targets and the Task Force on Climate-related Financial Disclosures to establish systems that promote sustainability throughout all areas of the company. Although the firm is relatively new to the United Nations Global Compact, it has been making significant progress towards improving sustainability. As previously discussed, the company stresses the importance of improving sustainability both in the company and throughout local communities. The company's approach to SDG 4 regarding quality education involves its after-school advantage program, which provides an opportunity for at-risk children to enhance their knowledge of the STEM area by participating in digital centres. In order to achieve SDG 5 regarding gender inequality, the company has fostered a work environment that values inclusivity through its Office of Diversity and Inclusion. Equally, the company has established diversity and inclusion groups that act as a forum that expands opportunities for all employees to ensure innovation whilst providing a platform to promote inclusivity through events and community outreach programs. Regarding SDG 7 affordable and clean energy, the company has established clean energy initiatives through its facilities globally. For example, IGT's facilities in Billings, Montana reduce energy consumption through initiatives such as switching warehouse lights to LEDs, saving the company between 1,500 to 2,500 kilowatts of energy consumption. The company has emphasized the importance of improving efficiency to reduce its impact on the environment.
There are a number of generic initiatives that IGT and Casio can take in order to further engage with Sustainable Development Goals, as seen on the slide here. IGT can engage with the third Sustainable Development Goal by leading education campaigns, particularly with young people, about gambling and gaming addictions. They could build in supports and control features like spending limits to combat issues arising from gambling and addiction. Casio can address SDG 4 by donating a percentage of their outputs, like calculators, to disadvantaged schools. In order to reduce inequalities, they could refurbish and donate much of their recycled products to underprivileged communities. And finally, to address SDG 12, 14 and 15, Casio must increase their transparency and traceability surrounding their e-waste recycling programs, as well as aiming to maximize the products recycled properly and safely.
For the response to the COVID-19, IGT puts the health of the people first. At the same time, they take some responsible and concrete actions, such as implementing short-term vacation plans for some employee groups. As for Casio, they don't claim any intellectual property rights, donate money to medical institutions, and provide free online service to help under the pandemic. From the response, we can see that they both do well in corporate social responsibilities and good for ending the pandemic and developing their own companies. But two aspects need to be improved. The first is to be as comprehensive as possible, such as response to the tax, supply chain, financial reports, and so on. The second is lack of detailed plans, because the more details, the more effective.
Next up is the Mervis and Guggen's evolutionary framework. First up we have Casio. Casio uses KPI formulation and implementation strategy. This is a plan, do, check, act cycle. They also involve stakeholders by sending out questionnaires. It's a very proactive approach. They also have the formulation of a subcommittee known as the Sustainable Promotion Subcommittee. They also create dialogue on their website to help improve their CSR strategy. This indicates that they are on stage 4 and 5 of the Mervis and Guggen evolutionary framework. IGT focus on 4 key pillars to give strategic intent. This involves an emission monitoring and reporting through a web-based tool. We believe there's greater transparency needed on IGT. They should have a more proactive approach, such as Casio. This indicates they're on stage 3 and 4 of the Mervis and Guggen evolutionary framework.
Casio's weaknesses include the use of harmful chemicals and raw materials, as well as the potential for toxins to leach into the earth and water systems. The challenges of tracing e-waste management in developing countries presents Casio with the ongoing threat of a potential scandal that they could be unaware of, whether this be pollution-related, damage to ecosystems, or harm to workers' health. In regard to their supply chain, labour standards are generally lower in developing countries, which could damage Casio's brand. Casio can use their weaknesses and turn them into exploitable opportunities through innovation. For example, Casio and other tech firms could eradicate the use of harmful raw materials and make products easier to recycle by discovering and developing new, more sustainable materials. IGT's products are particularly susceptible to criticism due to the nature of gambling and addiction. The effects of their products on players' mental health is a core weakness that will be hard to completely eradicate. As well as this, young people are spending increasing amounts of time online in front of screens and developing addictions to technology. IGT can use this weakness to set an industry benchmark for technology and gaming companies to integrate supports, particularly mental health oriented, as well as controls into their software to eradicate this risk.
For this part, IGT should pay more attention to the environment first. This can not only achieve its own sustainable development, but also achieve the goals of the corporate value growth. In addition, when reporting information related to the corporate social responsibility, there should be an independent reporter. This can not only supervise the company's fulfillment of the social responsibility, but also make it easier for relevant personnel to check and understand. Casio should pay more attention to the consumer issues and the community. As an international company, dealing with the users' feedback is very important, especially in this year. At the same time, the profit and the development of an enterprise depends on the support and understanding of the community. So it's necessary to return part of the profit to the local community.
Due to Casio's specialization in educational products and international game technology's technological presence, a partnership between these two could potentially improve and strengthen local initiatives such as IGT's After School Adventure program, as both companies have expressed the desire to improve the quality education of its consumers. Casio has cooperated with Hitachi Limited in order to develop the company's CSR strategies to a quality that resembles Hitachi's innovative and strong CSR strategies. Equally, IGT would greatly benefit from forming partnerships with companies in the same sector and have an international presence in order to develop CSR strategies and strengthen the presence of initiatives such as energy consumption efforts. Partnerships may include the US-based games company Blizzard or the Chinese multinational technology company Tencent.
Thank you for your listening.